Hey everyone, it's day 29 of Jen's 1096 and welcome again. This is going to be the start of module 2, my journey into module 2 of my Diamonds Shine. But before we get to that, just to say that I've had a really, really long day. I've been up since 5 o'clock and it is now 20 past, actually coming up to 8:30 in the evening. And it's been just non-stop all day, back to back. Things I needed to catch up with, new things that are coming in, some training that I needed to catch up with, and some people that I needed to make appointments with as well. So it's been like, I've not been out the house, apart from opening the door to shout at the cat and let it back in. But yeah, I'm not been out today. So I'm really tired, but I'm going to make sure I get Jen's 1096 day 29 done before I go and have some dinner and then have some rest. And tomorrow's going to be the same thing. There's a lot of things that are sort of coming in on me, especially after the car accident and the couple of trips I took to San Jose that weren't in my plans. So yeah, it's a bit of a task today. I also watched the movie Think and Grow Rich, the movie that they made of the book by Napoleon Hill. It's said to be the foundation of personal development. I think he wrote it in 1937, something like that. And it was Dale Carnegie, the multi-billionaire entrepreneur. He commissioned Napoleon to find out what makes people become rich and wealthy, and he spent 20 years sorting that out. So and then he actually published a book in 1937, I believe. He was a journalist in the first place. Anyway, so I watched the movie and it was really inspiring, really good, and I'm going to rewatch it. It's one of the books that started me off in the personal development journey, and the other person is Neville Goddard, the manifesting guru. I watched quite a few of his videos. I've got his books, and the fact that he was born in Jamaica makes it doubly special as well. So he left Jamaica to go to Hollywood, and he was an actor and a dancer, and then he got involved in how to manifest your dreams and your goals, and really make magic in your life. Yeah, so he's another one. Anyway, so I'm going to start my module 2, which is the eye of the diamonds. Yeah, Diamond Shine, my framework for achieving your heart's desires. Yeah, and living a life that lights you up. So it's illuminate your desires. Okay, so your desires are something that are really burning, something that's really burning within you that you have to get out and you have to do and you have to achieve. And what I've done is split it into 8 life areas. And today I'm going to be talking about the diamond domain. So I've given each life area a diamond something, like diamond domain or diamond intimate relationships or diamond optimized business. So as I'm going through them for my own self, I'll be revealing to you what the letters, how I've got the letters connected to each of the life areas. Anyway, today is Illuminate Your Desires, and taken from the book Think and Grow Rich. This is the starting point. Sorry, I told you I'm tired. Desire is the starting point of achievement, not hope, not a wish, but a keen, pulsating, burning desire which transcends everything. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. You can achieve it. And everything starts from your mind. Yeah, it starts from your brain. There's another book, I think it's called The Kabbalion, where there's 7 principles. And the first principle is mentalism, which is all about the mind again, the brain. That's where it all starts. But something comes in from your heart, from your inner core, that actually affects your brain. I believe it's that way around rather than your brain affecting you to go and do something. I think it's something that's burning within you already. And then you start thinking about it. And it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to get this out of my system. I've got to make this happen. I've got to do this. Yeah. And then you start making the plan. Then you start thinking about it, and then you create the emotion, that causes the behavior, that causes the action, that causes the result, that causes the experience. Then it causes the your thoughts. So let me just read through my thing, and I will put you out of your misery of watching me being so tired, and then you can do whatever you want after that, and I can just go and have some dinner. Okay, so what I've done is I've split you probably can't see it, but I've split each of the life areas into 3 different sections, okay? And the first part, which any coach will tell you, is to find out what your current situation is. What is it where are you right now? Who are you being right now? What's causing your situation to be like it is right in this moment? Because once you know that, then you can change it. Once you don't examine where you're at, you don't know where where you got to start from or where you're going to head to. So let's look at where you're at now, right? So the question would be my current situation. So in that box, you'd write down what is going on for you right now. All the negatives, anything that's positive, anchor who you're being right now as well, okay? And then the next section is, what do I want? So what do I actually want? Instead of what I've got here right now in my home, which is what I'm going to be talking about, what do I want instead? What do I want to aim for? Okay? And then the third box is, how do I want to feel when I have what I have desired for this area of my life? So how do I want to actually feel? Because you have to anchor the thought with the feeling, yeah? Once you actually become the thought, become your desire, become your what you're imagining, what you're dreaming up in your head, right? And you start feeling into it and becoming it, the universe actually causes magic and makes it happen. But you have to actually take the action to move forward. And it really doesn't matter about the action that you're taking forward, because the universe will auto-correct you. It'll point you in another direction if you're going in the wrong direction. But the fact that you're being in motion, you're actually taking, doing the energy of moving forward and taking the action. It all comes together. The thought, the feeling, and the action come together to create the reality that you're aiming for. Okay, so that's the 3 different areas. And then at the bottom, you write down how I now feel. I now feel, and there's 3 different things that 3 little boxes that I suggest that you focus on the feeling. Yeah, so I now feel wealthy, joyful, free, content, or whatever. I normally tend to get a bit greedy and put 4, but it really doesn't matter. You can put as many as you want. But those feelings are what you hang on to each and every single day. You get up and you feel into the imagination. You meditate. You visualize and feel at the same time. This is how I've managed to create the life that I've. Oh, no, some of the things I've manifested, you do not want to know, because when I've gotten there, I'm thinking, no, please, I don't want this. I didn't really think this through, So you really got to be careful about what you're trying to manifest. Okay, so my current situation in my home, my diamond domain, okay, my home life, my home environment is, I live in a 2-bedroom modern house in Malpais here in Costa Rica, okay? It's very clean, it's smart, and it's got the wild jungle outside, which is just a great contrast. And it's near the sea. I can actually hear the sea here, right? But I can't see it from here. I can hear it when I open the doors. So it's that close. I just go out and go around left, and just walk down the lane, and I'm there. There's plenty of room for entertaining, which I love. I need to make some friends to entertain, though, because having come here knowing no one, nobody, no friends, no family here, I arrived, and now I'm building my life. I'm here right now. So I actually do have some friends that I've just recently met, really beautiful women. I think I might have told you about them in another video. very soulful women. So it's a matter of getting their trust and, inviting them to my home to be able to entertain them and look after them. Oh, and I've got some my shipping that I've got in the container. This place is big enough now to be able to take all my possessions, and there's plenty of room to store them, and it feels clean and tidy and safe, and which is great for my mental state. I can't stand clutter. At one point, I must have told you that I was running a coaching program about how to eliminate your clutter, or how to LOVE your clutter. But I'll tell you about that another time. But it's really important because I'm a really messy person, okay? And when I'm creating and writing, whatever, but I can't live in it. Once I've done and created the mess, and I look around and think, oh no, it does something to my brain. So I've really got to tidy it all up and put it away. Sometimes think I cause the mess just so that I can get to tidy up. How crazy. Anyway, so what do I want? Okay, so you guys know that I still want my 5-bedroom house overlooking water in Costa Rica, where I'm going to be running my retreats. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to be by the sea. So this is not my final destination, this house. It's only 2 bedrooms. So I'm looking for 5, and I want to run my retreats from there. And it doesn't matter if the water that I'm overlooking is a river or a lake or the sea, really, but I need to be near water, okay? It has to have a huge, great hall for the kitchen and the lounge, and the dining area all to be in an open space. Room for 2 cars and a swimming pool, and beautifully decorated with flowers and plants. And it has to have modern features and be very comfortable. I'm Taurian, so I love my comfort. I love cushions and pillows and throws and softness, and but I don't like it cluttered. I just like it nicely cushy and comfortable and pleasant. Sumptuous is the word. And then enough space for an office in this house for my staff, for my business. Okay, so I'll have a PA, a secretary, a chauffeur. Anyway, I need enough room to have an office where my staff can come in and we can work together, and we can do whatever we need to make my business build and expand, so that I can reach more people, to help them to live a life that lights them up, and at the same time make a difference in the world. Okay, so how do I want to feel? That's the last section. Is I want to feel rich and contented and benevolent, and be able to share my good fortune and my space. I want to feel joyous and free and excited about having people to come and share my space with me and feed their souls and feed their bellies. And this will give me a huge sense of freedom and happiness. So the way, that's what I'm going to be feeling every day, especially in here. And I can easily feel that here because it's a lovely space. So feeling that more and aiming for my 5-bedroom house, however that's going to come into my life, is what I'm going to do. So then in the box at the bottom here, I now feel wealthy, I feel joyful, I feel free, and I feel content. So that is what my mantra is going to be around my home each day. When I look at my home and I imagine my home and the home that I want, that's what I'm going to be feeling. Wealthy, joyful, free, even benevolent. Maybe I should have put that instead of content. I think I'll cross that out and do that. Anyway, so that's the journal prompts for you around your diamond domain, for your life area around your domain, your home. Okay, we're going to go through all the different life areas, because the reason why I'm doing this is because no matter what your North Star is, and no matter what you're going for, no matter what you're trying to change or transform, anything that you change in one area is going to affect all the other areas. Some coaches have 12 life areas that they work with, or 3 life areas. I've got 8, the 8 that I think that are important, okay? And no matter what you change in one area, it's going to affect all the others. If I change my home, for example, and I'm with a partner, that's going to affect my relationship in the home, because things are going to change. People are going to be affected in the home, so it's going to affect them. If I change my relationship, the home's going to be feeling different, or it's going to be in a different state. If I change my money area, that's going to affect my relationships. It's going to affect my business. So each life area is going to change one area, and it's going to affect all the others. So work through each life area and make your plan. And then what we do at the end, we focus on the one area that you really want to work on for the rest of the program, or the rest of the framework. Yeah. And then you'll see the magic weave through all the other life areas as well. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me. I'm actually exhausted now. I need to go and have something to eat, and then I'm going to go to bed. And tomorrow for Jen's 1096, day 30, it'll almost be a month, because it's either 30 days or 31 days for the months, but let's call it a month tomorrow, okay? And I will see you tomorrow, and we will have a nice, bright, bubbly Jen taking you through day 30. Oh, by the way, if you've noticed that I didn't have the intro and the outro, apparently YouTube didn't like it. It's flagged up a copyright issue, and I didn't get as many views. I mean, I didn't have hardly any views, and no comments or whatever. So it's not going out. It's not being spread exponentially. So I'm going to try. I'm going to see what happens when I don't put the copyrighted intro and outro, and see if it's, YouTube will be kind enough to spread the word for me. But if not, you can do it for me. Share, subscribe, like. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.